Time's up. Admiral.
Here it comes.
All kids out of the pool for Adult Swim. All kids out.
Lego Lord of the Rings Balrog raised eyebrows for what some fans say is an unfortunate pose. I see it. I see it. Oh, I see it. It's taking a piss on Gandalf.
You shall not!
And he says to her, listen, you got a fine white girl ass. So I don't like the look of this D. Listen, I don't need gay or straight boner pills. My boner works just fine.
Before you go, one question.
Yes?
Where in the galaxy is Sanusi?
Show us your tits and I'll tell you.
Yeah, I want to see movies! I think I've died and gone straight to honker heaven. Boobs are amazing.
Amazing. Hail and howdy, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Dive, the Double D's, where you, the audience and chat, the gatekeepers, are in charge. It's Black Friday. I didn't speak at all yesterday. I barely spoke above like this. It's the loudest I spoke to somebody, or a whisper. And my voice is still not fully recovered. But I am doing much better. The sick is almost gone. Hopefully, by the time we start up again next Monday, I will be at full strength in my throat. Whatever this has been, the coughing's been pretty rough on my throat. Now, I haven't had a cold that's done this to my throat since I had strep 25 years ago, something like that. So this has been annoying. It's very annoying not to be able to talk with the full-throated. I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, with the normal verbosity, bellicosity, whatever you want to make up a word for that. Anyway, we're going to do our best today. It's November 28th, Black Friday, where Black on Black Friday. Is that a crime? Am I being racist? Is that a crime? I don't know. Listen, it feels weird doing this. You take a day off where you don't do anything. Normally, I at least do something in a day. Where even on the weekend where I don't do this stream, I at least do other stuff. I didn't do anything yesterday and it felt weird. And today I come back, I feel like I haven't done this in months. So that I wonder about my rhythm. I wonder about my feeling. I wonder if I can be able to talk about anything, because guess what? There's not a lot to talk about. At least stuff we haven't already talked about. We'll touch on a few things, I'm sure, in the news. But we're just going to have to kind of find our way today and have some fun. Yes, and I hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys are all safe and sound. If you traveled, wherever you went, I took a day off completely, and I just relaxed. You know what I did yesterday? I played video games, and I watched a lot of Batman. I watched a lot of Batman, the animated series. So it was kind of a good day. It was a nice, relaxing day, and it was good. There are such things as a day off, prof. I didn't do shit yesterday except bake cookies. That's the only thing I did yesterday. I baked cookies. I took the day off. I did nothing. Absolutely nothing. And here we are today, and now we're going to do something. We're going to talk. We're going to chat, have some good time. The menu, not Thanksgiving food, because I don't eat Thanksgiving food. I don't like turkey. I don't like any of that crap. My mom likes it. She gets smaller versions of it. I make whatever I feel like. So it is what it is. And that was very, very simple. Anyway, I'm not bragging. I literally listen, with the schedule I run for this channel, I'm always doing something every single day. And yesterday I just decided, you know what? I'm still recovering. Going to give my voice a chance to rest a little bit. Obviously, it didn't really. I thought a whole day would help. It hasn't helped much. I think I need to stop coughing completely for my throat to fully recover. That's what I need to do. Anyway, but yeah, yeah, I don't like turkey. Never have, never will. Just don't like the taste. Simply do not like the taste of turkey or the smell or anything about it. Don't like turkey at all. And that's fine. And people who don't understand that, that's a them problem. Anyway, but today we're gonna do this. We got this right now. We're gonna have some fun. At least we're gonna try to. Tonight we got Ball Busters, where once again, I've promised I will retaliate against Dermy for the whole saying I was in his basement thing. I got a thing planned. I've been working on it in here for a couple of days. We'll see how it plays out tonight on Ball Busters, and we'll that because that shit show's still gonna go on tonight, of course. Anyway, so the rules apply as normal, guys. $5 gets you an Adam rant, just about anything. $10, you can ask me a question. I'll tell you no lies. We try to keep in the pop culture range, but it could be silly stuff too. That's generally my favorite one because then we have really good discussions. I just like talk about stuff that I love and maybe you guys love, or at least having maybe a semi-debate on something. $20 get you video reaction. We watch a video whether I like it or not. And $30 get you chat, maybe watch us reviews. Currently, we do not have one of those in coming down the pipeline. But you can get me to watch an episode of television or a movie of your desire. But you have to always wait a couple days. And at this point, it wouldn't happen until Monday or Tuesday of next week. And I can't wait till next Monday. Because next Monday, it's December 1st. That means the Santa hat goes on for every live stream throughout November. Yes. And I just realized I forgot to do something I said I would do last week for you guys. At the end of the stream, I will set up chat choice movie for drive-in for December. It's the fourth quarter, 2025. We haven't done it yet, but the stipulation of this one will be Christmas movies. It's Christmas movies. So I will put that out there for you guys. You guys can start voting on it for the next week, all week, and then next week we'll choose it. Actually for 2 weeks, because next week is going to be my choice for a Christmas movie for the first weekend of December. Then Jed chooses, and then you guys will get a choice, and then we're going to not have it at the end of the year because we go to Christmas holiday, Christmas break, where like this weekend, we're not going to do anything. Anyway, so the rules, we're going to stick to them. I don't really think I have anything on tap discussion-wise right now because I literally didn't. I spent the day yesterday, like I said, watching Batman and playing Age of Wonders 4. Trashed one game, started a new one, and I think I've applied everything I've learned to the current game I'm playing, and it's going pretty well. I'd stream it, but I don't think the game could stream and run on the computer at the same time. I just don't think it'll work. Do not. You know what I'm going to talk about though? Let's talk about this for a little bit. Let's talk about how good Batman the Animated Series was. This is early 90s. I am a young lad. And I will admit this, my Batman experience up to that point had been the original Adam West show from the 60s, because it was on TV a lot, and I watched a lot of shit on TV as a kid, and Batman 89. That was the totality of my Batman knowledge and experience. So I wasn't really that versed in Batman. And then Paul Dini and Bruce Timm put this little gem on television. And that was what started me on learning about true Batman lore and all that good stuff. Now, of course, this is an adaptation loosely based on information given from Batman 89. Perfect example. There's an episode in here where at some point they're rattling off all the different Batman rogues that are in Arkham. And they're listing their real names. And at one point, they say the Joker is Jack Napier. Now, I already knew this because I had seen this before and all this stuff, but you go to real Batman lore in the comics, not including recent stuff for years, the Joker, we don't know who the Joker is. We don't know. You never know. You're not supposed to know, and that's fine. In fact, that's very cool. But in this one, in Batman the Animated Series, they pulled from Batman 89 and made it Jack Napier, which I didn't realize until you got to Mask of the Phantasm and you see him as Napier in a flashback. But that is but it makes it cool because it made it easy for me to get drawn in with this kind of stuff. So I've been watching this stuff, and you realize that in brilliant form, Paul Dini and his writer's room, because Bruce Timm was the animator, Paul Dini was the brains behind this and everything Paul Dini, Bruce Timm-verse, all of it. And I include them both because Bruce Timm did all the animation and design. Without Bruce Timm, but it's both Paul Dini and Bruce Timm. It takes them both to make this excellent world of DC, adaptation of the DC stuff. And I'm watching this thing, and I'm realizing that the brilliance of Paul Dini in his writer's room to be able to encapsulate these excellent Batman stories in just 20 to 25 minutes at a pop. Sometimes two-parter. Like last night I did the Ra's al Ghul two-parter, Quest of the Demon, the Demon's Quest, I think it was called. And it's all laid out so well. And it makes it easy to digest and understand. And of course, the performances are outstanding. Performances are just outstanding. I mean, and back then, even though we shit on Mark Hamill now, I didn't know Mark Hamill was the Joker back then, because when you're a kid, you don't read the credits at the end of every episode. They fly by so quickly, you don't see them. But you learn that later. It's like, oh, damn, that was cool. It was pretty cool back in the day. But all the performances are just so outstanding. And you realize there have been other Batman animated adaptations, other Batman stuff, but this is the bar. This is the bar. And it's great. And also because you think about this is a Batman who is about 10, 15 years in. Because you get a timeline of sorts. Because you know that once they do some Robin episodes, some Dick episodes, you realize at this point Dick is 20, 21, maybe 18 and 20, like either 18 between 18 and 20. And you get the flashback Robin's Reckoning, where they go after the guy that ended up sabotaging the act that killed his parents, the Flying Graysons. And you realize that he has been at this point Bruce's ward, adopted son, for almost a decade. He was like maybe between 8 and 10 when Bruce adopted him. And it's some really great stuff in there. But Batman he's already, and you get flashes in the flashback. You see in a slightly different Batman outfit, his utility belt looks different, this kind of stuff. That was probably year 3 or 4 of him being Batman. So where I think one of the great things about what Paul Dini did when he wrote this stuff is this is a fully formed Batman. Fully formed Batman. Now, one of the most interesting is that the fully formed Batman, with the exception of the Joker and the Penguin and maybe one or two others, in this version, he's not encountering his rogues gallery until being fully formed, because within season 1, you get the origins of Poison Ivy, which then leads to the origins of Two-Face. You get the origins of the Riddler. You get the origins of Mad Hatter. You get Killer Croc. I just watched the origins of Scarface last night. And you get Hugo Strange. You get all of them. You get all these rogues galleries, these great rogues galleries, Ra's al Ghul, Talia al Ghul. Though in this one, Talia al Ghul is not so much a villain. She's just a little heartbroken that he's not into her. You get Catwoman, and they give Catwoman a very more heroic for, because she was only criminal once in the beginning. Other than that, she's been pretty helpful or roped into some shit. But my point is, it's fascinating that in the Paul Dini Bruce Timm verse, Batman's not encountering his rogues gallery until he's almost 20 odd years in. So it's fantastic. And yeah, and Prof, you bring it up. We have the reintroduction of real Harley Quinn. Because remember, Paul Dini and Bruce Timm created Harley Quinn when she was fun, when she was cool. What they've done to her since is abominable. And yesterday I watched the episode that spawned the belief that Harley and Ivy are lesbians together. The episode is Ivy and Harley, and Harley gets kicked out by Joker for screwing up an escape of Batman or not helping him out right. And she then's on the road, gets essentially caught up with Ivy as they both are busting into the museum at the same time to steal something. And then Ivy brings her in. But problem is while they get along well, Ivy's all super feminism. And throughout the whole thing, even though she's trying to bolster Harley's self-esteem, Harley pines for the Joker the entire time. So much so at the very end when they're busted and they're back in Arkham at the very end. The Joker's also been busted in the same stuff because there's a fight at her toxic waste dump at Ivy's toxic waste dump hideout, and Joker's there and Batman's there. Joker blows up. It's really great sequence. And what happens is Joker's in a cell, whining, complaining, and Ivy and Harley are doing something outside, and Harley goes, he's thinking of me, and then Ivy just throws mud in her face. So they aren't lesbians. They are just friends. And there's a couple more Ivy Harley episodes down the road, but they're not gay together. But current day has to make girls who are friends gay together. And there was this is early 90s. There was not a single what's the word I want? Not a single indication that either had sexual feelings for the other. None. But today's modern audience is going to ruin it and say, oh, two girls living together, they have to be gay. No, it wasn't. Current episode I'm watching is I stopped this a little while ago this morning. Current episode I'm in season 2 finally. Season 1 is, excuse me, look at this. Season 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4. Season 1 is oops, just falling out here. Careful. Season 1 is 5 discs long, over 100 episodes. So there's about 20, 25 episodes to a disc. So there's over 100 episodes in season 1. Season 2 is only 2 discs. And let's see, season 3, because I started season 2. Season 3 is the final season is only 2 discs. And then, of course, you got Mask of Phantasm and Sub-Zero. And then I'm moving on to Superman because I got Superman right there too. Ha! Then I'm moving on to Superman. And then I will move on to, well, I don't think that I looked it up. There is no actual physical copies of the New Adventures of Batman and Superman. Or the Adventures of Batman or whatever. They don't exist. I have not seen. I looked up physical copies, couldn't find them, and that is part of it. Although that when you made those, it's just simply 2 15-minute episodes of each one, and that's where that's where Bruce Timm did the redesign of all the characters, and then we moved on to Justice League, where he combined the old animation style of this one and Superman, and meshed it with his newer one from New Adventures. And then you have the permanent style in Justice League. And we got Batman Beyond. And then we got Justice League Unlimited. And then we're done. So I'm slowly going through these. This is what's filling my time while I wait for the anime season to end this month. I'm having fun. It's great. It's great. I've been enjoying the hell out of it. But the storytelling, as I was saying, the storytelling is so solid. It's so solid. You feel fulfilled every time. At the end of every episode, you feel like nothing has been left. Everybody, all the characters have done justice. You feel like you are having just the adventures. And it's just fantastic. It's fantastic every time. And of course, I've said this in the past. This is nothing new, but I'll say this. Kevin Conroy is my Batman. Kevin Conroy is my Batman. He's the Batman that got me into learning DC lore and all that kind of stuff. And it's just such an epic performance every time, and I love it. It's so much fun. So, and you know, here's the thing too. There's going to come a point where the channel will be rolling, and it'll be worth it to really do it for every one of, with the exception of Justice League, because I bought it at a time when they didn't have that kind of stuff. For every one of these, Batman the Animated Series, Fetch Superman, and all those, I've got digital codes to give away. And I will give those away as a prize at some point. I will give them away. I've been sitting on them. I'll give them away. I mean, granted, we all want physical media, but sometimes, hey, take what you can get. So I'll give these away one day. We'll do something as a prize or some sort of contest, and that's your prize. You guys get the entire Batman series, or you get all Superman, other stuff too. It's good stuff. I love these things. This is where I go for my happy place for DC stuff. I really do. And it's just such a shame because you realize that it's over. It's over. The Paul Dini Bruce Timm verse is done. Because one, Kevin Conroy passed away, and you can't have it without Kevin Conroy as Batman. And two, they've moved on to other things. Bruce Timm, he's broken. I don't know what Paul Dini does anymore. I don't even know if Paul Dini's alive. Is Paul Dini dead or alive? Let's check. Is Paul Dini alive? I don't know. Yeah, Paul Dini's alive. Yes, Paul Dini is alive. Yes. Paul Dini is alive and well. 68. Ooh, he's up there. Anyway. But yeah, so I just wanted that's the headspace I've been in for the past couple of days, watching Batman and enjoying myself and not paying attention to stuff. So that's why when we go into the news, outside of a couple of things I know going on, I have no idea what's going on out there. And why are we doing this? I'm not. Who says I'm getting blacked? Who says I'm getting blacked? Nobody's getting blacked around here. It's not happening. I don't understand this weirdness. Anyway, I have rambled on for a bit, and let's get to the news. Let's see what's going on out there. Let's see what's going on out in the world. Let's do a refresh because it has been half an hour. Want to make sure the news is where it needs to be. All right. I don't expect much to be going on because we are still within a holiday window, and certain things certainly slow down. I'm sure I'll have stuff to talk about next week. We'll probably do a pseudo box office next Monday since we don't have roundtable this weekend, where I'm going to be wrong. I am going to be wrong on something. We've already stated that. We're already aware of that. Anyway, Qatar forges Hollywood ties to as country. Oh, gives a fuck. Amazon best-selling kids tablets, 43% off right now. No, thank you. Oscar race wide open. Don't care. How dried scabs and menstrual blood inform the red. Ew. What is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? Gross. Stop. This is all Black Friday shit. Listen, Black Friday's been going on all week. I finished my shopping days ago. Everything's either arrived or on its way. Got all my brand new cookware. Black granite. It's great. I already used it a little bit. Fantastic. Beautiful. I'm so happy. Look, it's all Black Friday stuff. All Black Friday stuff. Don't care. Mike and Siri, obsession filmmakers drop YouTube comedy Fly Me to the Earth. I don't know who they are, and I don't care. More shopping, more buying shit. Buy shit, everybody. Buy shit. More stuff here. Paramount Plus signs marketing deal with Arsenal Soccer Club after winning UK Champions League rights. Listen, they could try all they want. Soccer's never going to find a footing in America. It just never is. It just isn't. Behind the palm trees. Don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. These people look retarded. Twinkle Conum. And there it is. Utopia 2 smashes China box for regular 34 million opening day. Yep, I'm in large part because of China. I will be eating crow in the coming weeks when it comes to Zootopia 2. I will be eating crow. We've already talked about that. I made my case. I understand that maybe I am just my bias doesn't allow me to see beyond what it is. But we'll talk about it more next week, Monday, and then of course we'll do a 2-week roundup on Roundtable when we get back. Retailers deal, Black Friday TV deals. Here's the thing. TVs are already dirt cheap. I mean, you have to make them really cheap to make it a Black Friday deal, honestly. We're already running here. Stranger Things 5. Stuff happened. Anybody watch that? Anybody watch Stranger Things 5 Part 1? I'm just curious. Simply curious to see if anybody watched it and what their thoughts are, since I don't care. Wow. Okay, we're really distant. Okay, nothing there. All right, IGN. Hollow Knight Silk Song dev team Cherry confirms is working on DLC but doesn't know when it'll come out. Well, that's good. I'm just glad that game is being thrown in my face anymore constantly. Enjoy yourself with it. You guys remember, I kind of got a little crazy when it was constantly being pushed and push. Play Silk Song. Well, it happened. It found its expected niche and it will exist. It's been a big shift in gaming, and we all know it. After 3 decades of Lego video games, the world's biggest toy company reveals how it's staying relevant and seismic changes in play. I know everybody loves this stuff, but I will never understand Lego gaming. I know people love it. I know people who love it. I hang out with people who love it. I will never understand Lego games. Maybe it's because I am not charmed by it. I don't know. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm simply saying I don't get it. Maybe it's the comedy. Maybe the fact that I'm not looking for comedy in my gaming that I don't know. I don't know. Jeremy watched it. He saw Zootopia 2. Jeremy, he watched Zootopia 2. Well, the jokes will follow. So, but Lego thing, I will never. Again, I'm not shitting on Lego games. I just don't understand the appeal. Oh, Stranger Things. Oh, okay. Well, great. It's a topic I can just take. I could take the segment off because I haven't watched it. So I could take the segment off. I'll eat a cookie. I made really good cookies yesterday. My baking soda was expired, but it still worked. I made really good cookies yesterday. Hello, Kale. How are you? Anyway, so Lego games, I'll never understand it. I think the core of it is I know they're about comedy and it's about parody. Maybe because I'm not into parody anymore and I'm not looking for comedy in my gaming. Maybe that's it. Metro Prime 4 Beyond Amiibo unlocks special movie that normally requires you to 100% the game. You still have to buy money though, don't you? Buy money, spend money. What's hentai related? You lost me. CD Projekt Red's PC game storefront, GOG, gets behind horses after Valve's team ban. Players should be able to choose the experiences and speak to them. I don't know what this is talking about. Stranger Things and hentai. Those are words I never thought would be coming out of my mouth. And that's a chain of a phrase I never thought I'd do. And don't worry, Kel, when we're done here, since I don't have anything else, well, I do have other stuff I need to do. I'm going to log into 14 and put a bid in on a house. I will not forget again. I'm not that sick this time. I'm not that sick. I have no idea what this is, so I cannot comment on this. Arc Raiders surprise cameo in South Park shows just how close to the wire Trevor Rhinestone making the episode, which tells, oh, wow, just tell us, just admit that you fucked up a few weeks ago and you purposefully didn't release an episode. Just tell us. Just prove it to us that when you say we didn't finish on time, you were cowards. And mind you, the mainstream media are praising them over their viciousness against Trump. Meanwhile, they've lost a ton of their original viewer base, because people are not finding it funny. The one-sided attack they've done all season, people haven't found it funny. So you the cast react to season 5, volume 1's big reveals. Well, I'm sure I'll get spoiled tonight as we learn about Stranger Things hentai. Again, words that I never thought I'd combine. I've combined plenty of things with the word hentai before, but never Stranger Things. Because how does that even work? Ugh. Don't care about Game Pass. Strike 5 features Superman's Jimmy Olsen and an SNL star as the ogre's 2 sons. You know, I thought they were 3 sons. That might prove that that's a tranny. Uh-oh. Listen, fuck Shrek. I think the Shrek franchise is massively overrated as it is. I don't think it's that entertaining. The first movie is charming, but they get worse as they go on. That's just my opinion. Claire Obscure, Extra 33 team admits RPG success has surprised them. I don't think anyone expected this. Well, listen. All right, listen. As a guy who is primarily an RPG player, it doesn't surprise me, because to me, RPGs it's top tier gaming as far as I'm concerned. You got story, you got strategy, you get character development, you get to build your characters, you get gear, you get complex things going on. So I am not surprised that Expedition 33 has opened the door to reminding people what a great genre RPGs are, and that they've been let down over the years, that they've been watered down by shitty AAA companies making shitty games. And you got the guys at I forget, Sandfall, who used to make good games at Ubisoft, said, let's make a game here. I was like, oh yeah, here we go. RPGs are awesome. I mean, right now, I am really looking forward to January, when we're going to start playing DQ3, HD2D. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to have a good time. Something classic. It's going to be great. I can hop on for like 30 minutes, because then I got a lot of stuff I got to do around the house to get done tonight. So because I got shit tomorrow. I got to go to the DMV tomorrow. Got to renew my license tomorrow morning, and they're only open for a small window in the morning on Saturdays. So I got to get up and I got to get out there, get that done. And then I got a bunch of other shit I got to do tomorrow. Since I have the day off again, no driving tomorrow night. Okay. All right. We'll do that while I go and put a down payment on maybe us winning a house this time. And so, yeah, no surprise that RPGs are being discovered as being awesome, but they're awesome when the right people work on them. Fallout New Vegas 6 has multiple endings, so will Fallout 6 pick up one? See, this is the problem. This is one of the problems with the Fallout TV show in general. You're dealing with a world that is a choices matter world. It's a choices matter world, and while I'm not very versed in the choices matter, or I'm not very versed in the world of Fallout, I don't really know it. Not really into it. Don't have a lot of the lore on hand. Only played one game, honestly. I know for a fact for other stuff, you shouldn't really be doing stuff with choices matter, because you kind of ruin it for everybody in a way. Star Wars Starfighter director reveals Ryan Gosling movie will avoid the Skywalker saga's themes rather than offering remixes of Williams' cues. Listen, you can say all you want. There is no world, and I'm gonna go out on this limb right now. There is no world where we live that Star Wars Starfighter is going to be a smashing success, because you've driven away the original fan base after years of insults and lore breaking. And the stands, they need their Disney jangly keys to get excited. They need their slop. Whatever this is, it ain't gonna be any sort of, we'll just say, blockbuster. It's not. It's not. Middle's out. We'll say between 450 and 550. I'll be generous. Between 450 and 550 because it's not connected to anything. It's nothing. I don't think Ryan Gosling is the butts in seat that some people think he is. Just don't. Alan Wake developer Remedy looks to have trademarked Control Resonant ahead of Game Awards. Don't care about Alan Wake. Never played it. I heard people shout on the second one, though. Don't care about Millie Bobby Brown and David Harbour. Don't care. Arc Raiders players are putting patch 1.4.0 to the test and getting cooked inside locked rooms. Okay. Match the Gathering Monster Hunter collaboration delayed till 2026, a week before its planned release date. Once again, every time we come to this conversation, Wizards of the Coast are not your friend. Do not buy these sets they put out because they will only use that money to further destroy the things you love. Don't be seduced by your favorite IP as a Magic set. I mean, if you choose to spend your money, that's fine. Just know what you're spending your money on. You're giving a company that wants to troon everything. Giving them money, and they're using it to continue to destroy stuff. Someone paid $42.5 grand for a copy of Fortnite. What? Oh, jeez. James Cameron says if Avatar Fire and Ash doesn't make enough money to justify Avatar 4 and 5, he's ready to walk away and write a book to resolve one thread it leaves open. I will say, I hope that happens. I would love nothing more than for Avatar to just stop. I would love nothing more than for Avatar to just simply stop. So we can, because I guarantee Avatar 3 comes out, it's going to make all its money. We'll make enough to fund 4 and 5. I don't know, because we don't know the real numbers what this shit costs. But it'll make all its money. A month later, people stop talking about it. And if they never make a 4 and a 5, we never speak of Avatar again. It will literally just be a footnote in zeitgeist, in pop culture lore. And that's what it'll be. That's what it'll be. It'll have its fans. Everything has its fans. But the Avatar thing will finally end. And that will be the interesting to see out of that. It will. Ubisoft Overwatch plans to release a second Assassin's Creed Shadows expansion. I can't do an exaggerated laugh. My throat can't handle it. But ha 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 ha. But I thought it exceeded expectations. I thought it was doing well. Well, clearly it isn't. Global RAM prices surged by 5% and SSD prices rise by 100%. Yeah. Once again, building a rig, building a PC, that's expensive shit, dude. Which is why people like me are completely priced out of building one. Completely. I think that's it. Well, we'll go a little farther. We'll keep going since I didn't do anything yesterday. Why stop at AI use? We could have mandatory disclosures for what shampoo branded developer uses. What? Shut up. Quentin Tarantino shows glimpse Kill Bill's news lost chapter starring an animated Uma Thurman and Fortnite's Peely Bennett. No, just no. Lies of Peace Studios next game will not disappoint. I know Sam might be excited for that. He loved Lies of P. Sam enjoyed the hell out of that game. Yeah, Nintendo bought a Bandai Namco subsidiary from Singapore. So interesting. Don't care about Tarantino. Shut up. Just shut up. Jack was creative thinks Final Fantasy was ultimate perfection. Hey, FF10's a great game. Fantastic game. First fully voice acted FF game. Yeah, you're a little on rails. It's not open world exploration. It's instant zones, but it's still great. Oh, there's another WoW expansion. Ugh. God. Make it stop. Netflix crashed under the way to Stranger Things. Oh, so well, but listen. People are going to watch it, no doubt. I just don't think it's going to have the impact at the end that it might have if they had sustained seasons for 5 years. CD Projekt Red says The Witcher 4 won't beat the Game Awards this year, but we do know one game that will be. Okay. All right. We've caught up to there. Park Place. Already talked about James Cameron. Rip Ride rocket replacement already under construction. Aerial photos. Don't know what that is. We talked about the similar thing that's days ago. Christmas exhibit comes to Walt Disney. Don't care. Zootopia 2 box office again. I'm going to be eating crow. Amanda Stenberg deleted her Instagram. I am not even going to try and postulate the reasoning that weirdo, queerdo, dumb cow deleted her Instagram. Not even going to try. Not even going to try. And that's it. Bob Iger makes surprise cameo in Zootopia 2. Oh, that's weird. All right, well, that's the news. We're sticking to it. All right. Wow, I was doing FF14 light. They are? Are you kidding me? But better. Listen, I have said it before. I'll say it again. I don't like WoW. I gave it a try. I thought Blizzard. I've told you before. I'm reiterate this. We're telling the story again. We got 18 minutes to kill still. We want to try and get to the hour here. So we'll talk about this. Unless you guys drop something. You want me to watch or look at. That's what steers. Once I'm out of stuff, that's what steers the show. You guys. I played a bunch of MMOs over my time. I started with a version of EverQuest, not the EverQuest, but a version of it on PlayStation 2. I started with that. I played MUDs before that, but that's a different type of thing. And then after that, I went to Final Fantasy XI, spent a bunch of years there. Then from there, we did briefly, because it was only brief, Warhammer Age of Reckoning. Then I effed around with a few middling ones in between that rose and fell. What was that Portal one? With the dimensions ripping, whatever. I forget that one. That was a dog shit game. Then I landed with FF14 1.0 and SWTOR at the same time. We know what happened with 1.0. Rifts. Thank you, Kel. Rifts was dog shit. Then FF14 1.0 crashed and burned. And instead of splitting my time, I put all my time into SWTOR. And I was there for 5 years, essentially. I was there for 5 years. And SWTOR is the pinnacle of choices matter storytelling in an MMO. Some of the best story writing you're ever going to get with the 8 different main quest lines for the expansions. Fantastic. Character development, character customization, gameplay. I loved it all. So I spent a lot of time in SWTOR. Then a brief stint in ArcAge, which fuck that game. But then at that time, we were coming to the end of 14's relaunch with The Realm Reborn 2.0. And we were getting ready for Heavensward. And I thought, okay, I'm hearing good things. Let's go back to 14. And of course, the story is obviously as told. I stuck with 14. I continue to play it on and off for years, and here we are. And it was during one of my 14 breaks. It was during COOF, actually. It was during COOF, where I finally said, okay, I'm not playing 14 right now. I'm not playing SWTOR right now. I'm on one of my breaks. I just finished writing my book. I'm on cooldown. I need something to play. Buddy of mine says, do WoW. I'm back in WoW. It's great. You'll have fun. We'll have a good time. So and so here is too. We'll have fun. I go, okay, fine. I think it was the Shadowlands drop. I bought the expansion pack that had everything up to Shadowlands, including Shadowlands. I dropped $80 on that shit. I dropped $80 on that shit. And I got into it. And mind you, I had been in SWTOR and 14, all these things where the game has a starting point and it winds you through and you grow through the game. So I go into WoW thinking, okay, it's going to drop me way back at the beginning and I'm going to go through the storyline and it's going to keep me busy for a while. And my buddies, they'll drag me through some of the content here and there. And no, that's not what happened. WoW didn't start you anywhere. It just said, Blizzard goes, here's the game. Just go. Just go. We'll give you a level boost so that you're nice and strong, but don't know how to play your character. And then, of course, I look at the WoW HUD and the ability panels. It's so limited. It's the WoW character rotations. There's nothing to it. So limited and shit. Point is, I get thrown in there and I think I'm doing it. And I realize, wait, no, I'm not actually following any sort of story. I started in the original zone, kind of wandering through shit. And then I asked my buddy and I said, dude, is there any story here? He's like, yeah, but you could kind of start anywhere. And so I started looking into the story and I watched these cutscenes. Mind you, I'm coming from SWTOR and Final Fantasy 14, where your character is the story. My character doesn't exist in this story. My character isn't there in cutscenes. My character is there as a hired gun when it's time to fight something. I get talked to in chat, in text, but I'm not a part of the story with these heroes, these grand heroes that are fighting to save Azeroth and all that shit. And that pissed me off. And then my buddy just started jumping me around to different sections of the game to get shit done. And I was so pissed, so bored that I said, fuck this, I'm done. Once that free sub was over, that free month was over, a month. I lasted a month in WoW. And the gameplay was dog shit. And it looked like shit. Compared to SWTOR, compared to the graphics in 14, WoW looks like shit. And it's only gotten worse. We've seen the cutscenes of it. So fuck WoW, man. Fuck WoW. And if they're poaching 14, fuck them, dude. Fuck WoW. I mean, if you play WoW, fine. But I did a stint in Elder Scrolls too. I did a stint in Elder Scrolls. And Weez was looking at me going, why didn't you stay? It's so good. I didn't like it. I did not like it. Elder Scrolls did the same thing. It didn't start me at a beginning. It just dropped me into a storyline from someplace. So I believe you're starting something. Start at the beginning. Start at the beginning. And I got to blow my nose real quick. Excuse me. Much better. Still a little sick. Still a little sick. The tail end of this thing, whatever it is. Anywho. But I think the thing about WoW in the end is Blizzard didn't want to make a game that was for every. They wanted to make a game that was normie accessible and not hard to get into. But then, yeah, there's what, 20 expansions? Well, how many expansions are there, Kel? You'll know. How many expansions are there? Well over a dozen. But they're stringed together by very thin thread. There's no connectivity. And when I know when they did Cataclysm, it changed the world. What about for those of us who might have been coming for the first time? Why couldn't we experience the world the way it was before Cataclysm? So It's wow. Having played WoW, I will say F WoW. It is not a good game, poorly made. They lean into the agenda degeneracy. We know they do. It's never going to go under. Its basis, it had too big a base at one point. But I think the word irrelevancy is properly applied here. WoW is irrelevant. WoW is irrelevant. And if any, and there'll be there a long time it was what game's going to be the WoW killer. Number 10. Why does it feel like there's so many more? Let's look it up. Let me look it up. Just share slouch in there. Let's look this up real quick. We'll look it up. How many type World of Warcraft expansions are there? You're right. There are 10. There's 10. I don't know why I felt like there were more. I don't know. An illusion. Just an illusion. I mean that is a lot. And respect that they be able to maintain it, but there's WoW doesn't have a soul. I don't think it, as a game doesn't have a soul. Can anybody tell? I'm not going to belabor this anymore. Fuck WoW. Fuck WoW. Play Final Fantasy 14 with us, especially if Final Fantasy 14 is about to undergo changes in the next expansion, only for the better. Yoshi P knows that it's time for a rebirth, a second rebirth of sorts. Anyway, and hail to Jed. You can join Jed and me tonight on Ball Busters. We're there. He's going to be he's guesting tonight. He knows what he's in. He knows what he's getting into. I know there's a shitload of EverQuest expansions. I know. I think I think are 20. Any ever 30. 19 for EQ2. That's nuts. That is nuts. Anybody still play EverQuest? Still have an active base? Just curious. Just wondering. Because I where do you even get that now? Can you even buy EverQuest? Is it even for sale? It has a homepage. Yeah, here's the homepage. Let's bring it over here. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. EverQuest, play for free. Still going. 26th anniversary. The definitive MMO experience. Hey, you know what? More power to it. EverQuest Shattering of Row. That's the latest expansion. And they're beta testing it. No more power to EverQuest, man. More power to it. It's managed to hold on for 26 years. It's on Steam? Okay. It's on Steam. So I didn't know it was on Steam. I did not know. Not like I'm going to play or anything. I wouldn't even know where to begin. More power to it, though. EverQuest is the granddaddy. EverQuest deserves the respect for being there first, for getting it done, for maintaining. Listen, I love that for 14, and I hope that Yoshi P gives it a breath of fresh life with the next expansion. I really do. I think it needs to be retooled. They got to change things up. What they got now isn't working so much. Change the rating system. Change the large chaos rating system. Keep trials. Trials are fine. Change up the maybe stop simplifying the dungeons, make dungeons a little more complicated again. But got to shake things up. But I'm still looking for that new MMO to break out the system, to revolutionize MMO gaming again. I'm still looking for that. We've had that discussion. We've done that discussion. I'm not going to rehash that one again, unless you guys want me to. That I would need to be encouraged in, because I don't want I don't like repeating myself unless I'm asked to, or unless something changes and I'm adding to it. But I'm still waiting for that MMO, that brand new MMO that will change the game, so to speak. That will shake up the system and give us something, a new experience. New experience. I still say the future of MMO gaming lies in a true living, breathing world that will have consequences to events and limited events, not reoccurring stuff, and have real rewards for doing things. A living, breathing world. I think that's the next MMO experience that I'm waiting for. And I don't know when that's going to happen. I have no idea. I don't know if the technology's there for it. But that's what we need. That's what we need. And that's what I would look forward to. My only hope is that I'd have a PC at the time that can play it. Because right now, old girl can't do it, and the mini is the mini. And people don't make things for them for the Apple stuff, really. So, and I am not playing an MMO on a console. I'm not doing that. That's not happening. It ain't happening. No, console is for PC gaming. All right, we're just about done here. So why don't we wrap it up, unless you guys want to throw something my way to keep the show going. Other than that, we'll wrap it up, and I will get on with my day and prepare for Ball Busters tonight, where I will explain the what's going on with Dermy saying I was in his basement. Stop it. Stop it. I'm not buying this simulation bullshit. We're not doing that. No. Anyway, all right. So tonight, Ball Busters, 11 p.m. Eastern. I'll be on. Jed's our guest. And we, I guess I don't know what the crew's going to look like tonight. I have no idea. I will talk when I need to. Other than that, I'll be silent when I need to, because voice. Tomorrow, Saturday, no drive-in, but I will not say there won't be any sort of gaming tomorrow night. I will not say there won't be any gaming. Sunday, no roundtable. We might do gaming instead. We might. We'll see how the day turns out. And then next Monday, everything's back to normal, at least for a couple weeks until Christmas. Santa Hat's going to be on starting Monday. We will have a stream of conscious, and we will go through the week. We'll see what's going to happen, and we'll start celebrating Christmas. I'm ready. See, now that we're past Thanksgiving, now you can start getting into Christmas. You do it before that, I question your sanity. I wonder if you're all up here normal. Anyway, all right, guys, if you guys don't really have anything else, then I bid you farewell. And I'm not going to speak again until tonight, because my voice hurts. Maybe hurts is wrong. My throat is dry and it's strained. You can hear it. It probably sounds worse to me than it does to you. But anyway, all right, guys, thank you, guys. Please remember to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I don't think anything is really clippable from today's show, so this might be it for me today. And I will see you all later on tonight at Ball Busters. Until then, take it easy, everybody. And if you're out there on Black Friday, try not to, hurt anybody. Bye.